Every startup has a story to tell, yet you usually have just a couple minutes to communicate your message. Where do you start? The first thing to keep in mind is context is king. So you need to set the scene. Where are we? What are you talking about? And why is this interesting? Why should I care? So when you set up context, then take us to a specific person and a dilemma they face. What do they want and what gets in their way? If you can capture somebody's attention, you then want to capture their imagination. And the moment you have their imagination, now they're interested in going on a journey with you. That is how you pitch your startup story. If you don't believe in your story, how can you expect anybody else to? Help us understand why you care so much about this issue and those affected by it. If you can establish empathy, you're establishing authenticity. Because that's what we're looking for. We want to know that you really give a crap, that you have something to say, you have something that you know about what your audience, what your customer's going through, and that you can make a real difference. It's easy for your startup story to get lost in translation. You got to remember what you're talking about is something that's new, it's different, it's disruptive. You're challenging our current understanding of the world. So, how do you get others to identify with the story? That's your goal. Get us to connect to what you're talking about. We've all been taught when pitching our startup to present certainty, false certainty. It actually translates into overconfidence that leads to suspicion. You don't need to have all the answers. Instead, just show us the dilemma of who your customer is and what they face, and that you're working to solve and unpack that dilemma. And from that place, you're going to have a lot more room to make a connection with your investor and with your audience. So why should somebody invest in you? It's actually a trick question. Because it's not about you. It's about the opportunity. And does that opportunity intrigue or excite your investor? Now, if they're excited about the opportunity, then they want to know, might you be the right person that can fulfill that opportunity? That's the story that you want and need to tell.